Hello, I'm Josh George. I'll be talking a little Week 3 college football. We're going to start with a couple of Group of 5 teams. Now, UCF goes to Capitol Hill, faces North Carolina. Could be a really close game. I think Central Florida can win. Josh Heupel's offense has looked really good so far. So, UCF beats North Carolina. Then, two ranked teams face off in Boone Pickens Stadium this week when Oklahoma State plays host to Boise State. Two teams that have scored over 50 points in both their games. So it's going to be a classic offensive, high-scoring game. But Boise State, I think, has played some better opponents. They've played UConn, which is much better than Missouri State and South Alabama. So Boise State beats Oklahoma State in Boone Pickens Stadium. Then, to Vandy, Notre Dame. I think this is going to be a very good game. Notre Dame struggled to Ball State. They've only scored 24 points in both their games. I think they might need to score a little bit more to beat Vandy. I think Notre Dame does it and finds a way to beat Vanderbilt. Then, moving on to West Virginia at NC State. Good game. I like Will Grier. I like Lady on Browning and all the pieces around Will Grier. I think this has the potential to be a shootout as well. And I am picking West Virginia to beat NC State. Then, Texas and USC. Two teams that need to find an identity this year, but USC has played better so far. Their loss is to a much more legitimate Stanford, where Texas almost lost to Tulsa and ended up losing to Maryland. So I'm picking USC Trojans to beat the Texas Longhorns. Then moving along to Alabama Ole Miss. Ole Miss has put up a bunch of points so far, and I think they'll find a way to put up some against Alabama. But you got to go with Tua and the Crimson Tide almost every time. So I'm picking the Alabama Crimson Tide to beat Ole Miss in what I think might be Alabama's first real test of the season. Then moving on to Utah and Washington. I'm picking Jake Browning to have a breakout game in this one. Now, I know Utah, good defensive line, solid play, but don't really have the quarterback to keep up with Jake Browning, so I'm picking Washington to beat Utah. Then, moving on to what I think is the must-watch game of the week, the Tiger Bowl. Go Tigers. Where it's going to be a great matchup. Ed Orgeron against Gus Malzahn. Burrow versus Stidham. Two QBs that I think could be really good. I think Burrow could really come on and do well. Two teams that have already faced early tests and won, but LSU has not won in Jordan-Hare since 2012. That's why I'm picking the Auburn Tigers in what I think will be a grind-out football game. Maybe the first team to score more than 25 points wins. Then, the game of the week. TCU, Ohio State. Really good matchup, I think, because Urban Meyer not on the sidelines, so the big decisions will fall between the cracks in this game for Ohio State. It's the first time that they're having to travel this season, and Robinson has looked really good at quarterback for TCU, and it's the best defense that they've faced in a Gary Patterson coached defense. And which Ohio State team will show up? Will it be the defense that led in 31 to Oregon State, or the one that held Rutgers to 3? That's the question mark. Now, I think Ohio State has more talent than TCU, and that's the reason I'm picking Ohio State. But this game has a ton of potential for upset. Then, the team that I don't think can cover the spread this week because it's too wide of a spread, that is the Oklahoma Sooners, who goes to Iowa State. this week. I think OU finds a way to win, but does not cover. Then, my upset prediction for the week. I have the Kansas Jayhawks upsetting Rutgers. After they did so well against Central Michigan, I think they can pull another upset. This is Josh George, Week 3, College Football.